Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this post-match press conference with the head coach and captain of Portugal. On the top table, we have, of course, Patrice Lagisquet and Thomas Appleton. We'll go straight to questions. A reminder that we are using our interpretation system, so I will ask you please to wait for the microphone and present yourself when invited. First question, please. Front row.
Hello, Patrice. My question is simple: if the 10 minutes in with less one player in the first half were the key of this match?
You want me to answer in English? I suppose you prefer. You don't have the translation. I can answer in French.
Oui.
Ok. Allez. Oui, c'est vrai que le carton jaune nous a fait beaucoup de mal, d'autant plus qu'on n'a pas su gérer cette période-là. On est resté sur les intentions de jeu qu'on avait properly played during this period. Efficace, mais à ce moment-là,
pretty efficient, but at that time, during that moment, we had to control a bit more the ball. We had to play with our kicking game, so well, they were expecting it a bit more, obviously. We would have had to play with our kicking game in the angles, and we should have been more realistic. That costed us 21 points. We took 3 tries like this in 10 minutes.
Second question to finalize. The 2 tries not validated to Nicolas in the first half and Tadger in the second half, does it prove that we still are a little bit anxious in the last meters of the field?
Non, pardon. Non, il n'y a pas de...
No.
Contrairement au match de la Géorgie, on est rentré dans le match pleinement, on en avait discuté.
The game against Georgia, we fully entered the game. We talked about that with the players. The emotion, we could evacuate the emotion. On the contrary to what happened in Toulouse. And
on a beaucoup mieux géré notre début de match.
We managed a bit better our start. The refused tries for Nicolas. Nicolas wanted to try. He had 2 supports, and inside he should have given the ball. And well, there was still a defender. But I think that would have changed the second half, because very clearly our objective was to play, to highly play, and they played 4 matches in a row. So I think, well, we thought that physically they would have lower the rhythm if we could have a higher volume of game, but it's not obviously always the best option when you are on numerical inferiority. Patrice, you said during the week that you were thinking, or better say, you were not sure you would be able to hold the rhythm after 3 matches like that, and you did it. Yes, that's right. What I should have said it differently. I was worrying the physical power of the Australians, and their tries, most of their tries are built on physical impact. And we were not able to support this physical impact, and they managed to score in the end. There were a lot of missed tackles. We received their impact, and that's really what I was worrying about at the end, that there was a slightly defense mistake, and well, with a team of such a level, that's what cost us the rhythm, the better rhythm we could have played on. And I think we could have resisted a bit more if all the players were on the pitch. But that's the way it is. I cannot recreate the match. We need to adapt ourselves in such a game, such a match. We did manage to do so, and well, that's one of the reasons.
Du coup, qu'est-ce qui reste après un match pareil?
what do you take away from such a game, such a match? Some kind of frustration, saying that you could have won, or maybe the pride at some point to have played such a match, such an outstanding match? Well, I would say both, because this team has still some things to improve and to work better on. But we have a high pride after having played in front against such an Australian team. Portuguese team evolved a lot after 2 months of preparation. They managed to transform themselves. They managed to challenge this Australian team. That's fantastic. But on the other side, yes, obviously, it's kind of frustrating, because if we could have had a bit more experience at that level, maybe we could have had another kind of ambition, because the offensive level is pretty outstanding. And when I see the quality in the territory conquest, I think we played a total rugby. We almost scored a try on a maul. We tried on different mauls. We tried on different games phases. So it's total rugby is very rich. It's very pleasant. Very pleasant as a coach, and for the players, I think it was pleasant as well. And the supporters, the fan, were living under pressure a little bit as well.
Hi, you talk about total rugby, and you surely are playing a really exciting rugby. What we can expect for the next match, that is going to be two teams that love to play?
Ah, vous parlez du match j'avais pas entendu le début. Le match des Fidji.
You're talking about the match against Fiji, right? Well, two teams of the same level. Well, you are comparing the 7th or 8th nation with the 16th nation. So, the physical dimension from the Fijians is such that well, it will be a very challenging team to play against, but I think they're going probably to have a lot of turnovers in their group to save some players for the quarterfinals. Today it's a very well-structured team with outstanding players at the physical level. What I'm afraid of is, as they didn't know how to manage their game against Georgia. In the offensive part, I think they want to improve that and to implement that a bit slightly better against us. That's what I'm fearing, because they have fantastic players. I could train some Fijian players with Biarritz, and I remember some of them were really fantastic players, and I can see that they have a lot of fantastic players on the pitch. So it's well, it's amazing, and it's pretty worrying for me.
Front row, and then we'll go here. Thank you.
Francisco Isaac, Rugby Europe. Tomás, I know it wasn't the result you wanted. We talked this week, but how amazing were the stands? Because there were 41,000, and I can say that at least 35,000 were on your side from the first to the last minute. How it feels like Portugal playing at home in France?
We're really proud to have so many spectators, especially a lot of them coming from Portugal, a lot of them living here in France as well. I think it really helped us to try to improve and give our best. And to be honest, today we were not up to them. They were way better than us. So thank you very much for the stands and the crowd.
Patrice et Thomas, d'ailleurs, la question s'adresse à vous deux. Est-ce que on a parlé des Fidji, vous allez avoir un rôle d'arbitre? C'est dans votre tête ou pas du tout?
Is that something in your head, or you're not going to take this next match as a referee? Well, honestly, we'll stay in what we know, what we can do, which is to annoy our opponents, and we are going to try to play our best rugby, and we'll see what happens. But today we are not pretending of being the referee between Fiji and Australia. that would be a mistake from us.
Question for both of you, maybe. Starting with you, Coach. Rob Valentini said after the game that he thinks by the next World Cup, Portugal will be a powerhouse. What does it feel to hear someone of that stature in the game say that?
Answer. I can
answer. You will be there.
It's really good for us to be recognized by such important players and such important person, I could say, in rugby. But still, we have a lot of work to do to be a powerhouse in the next World Cup. It's only 4 years, but who knows? I think we have a lot of potential. I think we're building it really good. I think we're playing a good rugby that's entertain and captivates people. But still, it's a long way to go to call ourselves a powerhouse. We have our path. Hopefully, we'll do the things the right way for the next World Cup. Hopefully.
Here first, please.
Oui, Patrice, Eric Mondès, Rugby Magazine, c'est un peu le prolongement. Quand certains émettent des fois des doutes sur le fait de prolonger le mondial à 24 nations, est-ce que c'est pas la meilleure piste justement de voir pour
doubting about the next
se jauger, se
Rugby World
tester,
Cup
progresser
format
en tout cas
with 20
face à une équipe comme l'Australie?
Maybe it was a great opportunity for you to play against such big teams like Australia. That's true, yes, rugby is going to globalize itself little by little, and it's by developing and playing even more against higher teams that we are going to be more competitive. I think on the short term, on medium term, there will be more competitions, more tournaments where we'll be able to play in, and there are some scoreboards a bit with a high difference. Maybe one can think that gives less interest to the competition, but I think we'll still have to work hard in rugby. If you compare the soccer World Cup, it's you can see that more and more people were playing football after new nations were playing, and I think it's kind of the same thing with rugby. I think we have to promote rugby so that there are many, even more people to advertise rugby, so that more and more people are playing rugby, and that would be the benefit of next tournaments and next World Cup, and I think that's the way to follow.
Time for a couple more questions. We'll go here first, if that's okay, and then time here.
Congratulations on your performance. Can you tell me, you've drawn with Georgia, you've pushed Wales, can you push Fiji and help out a lot of Australians out here by beating Fiji next week?
Yeah, of course. We're not playing, to be honest. We're just playing for us. We're playing for the team. Hopefully, one of the things that in the beginning of the World Cup we said is we want to compete against every team. We struggled a bit first, especially in the game against Wales and the game today against Australia. But we want to compete against Fiji, and if it's possible, I think it's the last chance that we have to prove ourselves. So we're going all in for it.
Time for one final question, front row, please.
This can be for the both. If 5 years ago, when we started this journey, someone came to you and said Portugal will lose by 20 points against Australia and Wales, will be on the same level as Georgia, and everybody is going to think if we can win against Fiji, what would you have said like 5 years ago to that person?
Honestly, I wouldn't be that surprised, because during these last 4 years, we did so many efforts. I said it before. We're not fully professional. We did so many sacrifices. We did so many efforts in our lives to play at this level, and we're so confident in the end that hard work has to pay off. And when we get to here, we won in the last ball against USA in Dubai in the qualification with the last minute penalty, and from then on we said we're gonna compete. We don't care who is in the other side. We're gonna compete. And to be honest, if you told me that 5 years ago, I wouldn't be that surprised. We had a really solid structure and a really solid plan for these 5 years.
Anything to add?
No.
In that case, I will thank you both very much, and that will be the final question.
Okay.